So just a thought on these buildings over here. You know, you live and learn through your experiences where you are in the world. And every day of my life, through my journey in life, I think my experiences through everything I've been through, and that's how I think outside the box. Think outside the box, how you could build something. You always could push the boundaries. In every city and state and country, on any project, if you work on it long enough and you go into that zoning, you can ask for abatements and exemptions, and you should learn about them, you know, as you're trying to do different things. I know there's many people that basically they go to their township and they'll push in the thing. But you have to know, okay, when is my city and town and my area pushing back on this idea? I've seen many ideas that were very revolutionary that can make big amounts, but at the end of the day, it didn't. You have to first of all be realistic. There has to be a need, a want, a wish. Also in the real estate, there has to be a desire in the regular everyday person for this thing. Yes, you do have to vision it, but there also has to be someone realistic in the zoning, in the board, in the plan, in the documentation. You have to look into, okay, when you call up an architecture and you have an idea, I want to build X, Y, and Z. You want to add units to an apartment building, let's just say. You have to figure out in your head, and also call the town and the variance on this lot. Does it allow for what you want to do? So you have to really put into this requirements, what is allowed, what is wanted, what is need. And yes, you can push the boundaries if you look into it and you come up with an out-of-the-box game plan for an RV park or for a multifamily, and there is going to be more RV parks with land built out as time goes on. Yes, it's not going to be as much as people say it is. People say it's going to be double in the RV parks. I don't think so. I was talking to some very interesting people in the last little bit. I think it will be 1.5 times what we have in the next 5 years, RV parks. But even multifamily, in the US, etc., or in any country in the world, has a certain supply, a certain demand. And you have to figure out, how do you basically make the supply and the demand for what you need and want to wish for? So how are you coming in with your creative thinking outside the box? How are you coming in with basically of figuring out, okay, these numbers on this apartment building or this RV park or this storage complex isn't needed for this thing? You have to look into, okay, what is really needed here? What can I take from my lot and let's just say my zoning? Okay, you have a certain amount of plot square footage. Whatever the typo of the square footage is, you can change your ramifications. And sometimes there's 3 lots to 1, and you can break up the 3 and put into 1, from 1 to 3, or sometimes you can split it up. You have to look into all these different variances that go into how can I make sure that I add what I'm really thinking I'm going to add.